Okay, Dead Gang, so check this out. So there's this 16-year-old boy, and we're gonna call him Omar. And Omar is from a village in Algeria where every day he's always seen playing with his dog. And for all my dog lovers out there, you definitely know how it is. One day, Omar is walking into the village, and his neighbor ends up stopping him and starts talking to him. And in his mind, he's thinking, okay, there's nothing of it. It's super casual. But then what happens is that Omar never makes it home. Hours go by, and now the whole village is wondering what happened to him. So they go and search for him. Now, guys, days pass by, weeks pass by, months pass by, and still no sign of Omar. To the point where his mother, for some odd reason, says that she believes he's still alive and that he's really close to her. And oh yeah, as for Omar's dog, every day he would bark at the neighbor's house. And everybody thought that the dog was just trying to bark out for Omar. They didn't think nothing of it. Few days pass by, and Omar's dog is found randomly dead in an alley. Weird, right? I know. We're now close to a decade, and unfortunately, Omar's mom is diagnosed with pancreas cancer, where she later dies. And before she ended up dying, she still had this glimpse of hope that Omar is alive and well. 30 years pass by, and there's a random anonymous tip to the police station where they say that Omar is actually at his neighbor's house, that he's been kidnapped. And guys, this has got the village in a frenzy. They're shocked. They're like, dude, 30 years have passed by and you need to tell me that Omar is just right at his neighbor's house? They didn't believe it. So what they decide to do is they decide to plot. They're going to go break into the neighbor's house and they're going to go search for him. So the day comes and they knock on the neighbor's door. Surprisingly, the neighbor allows them to come in. So they're searching all over for him. They finally get to the stable and they notice that there's something weird about this area in the stable of hay. And as they walk up to it, they literally find Omar looking very shocked and surprised. In fact, he looked very disoriented. And sure enough, the police were called. The old man who was their neighbor is now arrested because of this. For kidnapping, of course. And turns out the man was unmarried, had no children, and he just really wanted kids. Which is not the right way to go about this, guys. And as they bring the now 40-year-old Omar to the hospital, they're looking and checking his vitals to see if he's okay. People are even going as far as to speculate that Omar was cursed, that somebody used some type of black magic ritual on him. Yeah, I'm talking about like the people with the hats and the witch and whatnot. Yeah, they said that this man was black magic. And as investigators started doing further investigation, things started piecing together. Turns out the sister of the neighbor had gotten in a dispute with her brother over inheritance money. And the fact that he wasn't coughing up that money made her go send out an anonymous tip to the police station. She says in the anonymous tip that my brother has been holding this kid captive for over 40 years. And what makes it even sadder, guys, is that 3 of Omar's relatives was actually in on this too. Meaning they were aware of his whereabouts this whole time and they never said nothing. So this whole time his mom could have actually known where Omar was. But instead she died not knowing his true whereabouts, knowing that he was literally next door the whole time. Furthermore, investigations found out that it had nothing to do with black magic. And what makes it sad is that Omar was aware of his mother's death and everything else, but for some odd reason, he was bounded by some type of sorcery where he just couldn't do it. And if you guys are wondering if this is a true story, it absolutely is. The article is right here. Kidnapped Algerian man rescued after 26 years from neighbor's cellar. That's so messed up that he ended up missing out high school, a woman, a date, everything. Like, dude, this man probably didn't even get to eat good food. Seriously, like, that's so messed up. But I mean, honestly, what is your thoughts about this?